everyone, I am Rameshri. Welcome to my channel Ramya Jyotish. Today I will be continuing with Tula Rashi. In previous video I had made moon sign predictions for all Jupiter, Rahu and Saturn transit from Mesha to Kanya Rashi, and in this video I will be continuing with Tula Rashi and we will be completing the complete predictions, that is still Meena Rashi. So first let's take Libra sign or Tula Rashi. So because of Rahu's presence in your 5th house, this sparks unique creative expression and unconventional romance in your life, and also you might have to take some calculated risk in your speculation which will reward you abundantly because of Ketu's presence in 11th house and Rahu's presence in 5th house. This is the time you might get that result because Jupiter in 9th house also will bless it, and now with the Vakri Jupiter we can even expect more abundant results because it is in 9th house. And for Chitra Nakshatra of Tula Rashi, you can expect abundant amount of gains and good results. And Swati Nakshatra, this wouldn't be not so good results, it will be mixed results. But people born in Vishaka Nakshatra of Tula Rashi, they will receive good amount of gains. So overall, Rahu's transit in 5th house is positive for Tula Rashi natives in terms of money matters and also in terms of love relations, especially for Chitra Nakshatra and Vishaka Nakshatra. For Swati Nakshatra, it's medium is what I would like to say. Next, coming to Saturn's transit, which is happening in your 6th house. So he is turning direct in 6th house, and this actually will get you go ahead in your career. So any kind of promotions or any kind of success or any kind of work which was pending from a long time and it was getting delayed in the last 4 months, that will get a good push during this time. Finally, there will be some kind of resolution to any of the legal matters if you are fighting, especially property related matters, and any kind of domestic issues also will actually get resolved during this time. So I can say patience will pay you or patience will reward you during this time. So again to mention, because Shani Dev is in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, so until he is in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, that is till 20 Jan 2026, you can expect good results in terms of legal matters, and especially Chitra Nakshatra natives, for you it will be a bit challenging phase because things won't turn so easily. There will be certain dangers, certain challenges, but with your hard work and with your patience you will be able to overcome that once Shanidev moves to Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra, that is after mid of Jan. So you have to keep little bit more patience, but for Swati Nakshatra it will be a really good transit of Shanidev, and for Vishaka Nakshatra it's medium. So in certain ways it would be really good, and in certain ways, in other ways it wouldn't be that good. So it's a medium results for Vishaka Nakshatra, and for Swati Nakshatra it's a wonderful result, and for Chitra Nakshatra Shani's transit will actually ask for little more patience. So overall to say, this is a good transit for Tula Rashi natives. Next, coming to Jupiter's retrogression movement in 9th house. So this will encourage you to revisit your belief and to have good education even abroad or even in a very different or distant place, because 9th house represents long distance travel, even pilgrimage, Tirtha Yatra, and also for higher education or even for research or PhD, that kind of education, because Jupiter is the 3rd and 6th lord sitting in the 9th house. So he will actually make you travel to a very distant place or to abroad also, or to a different country where you can actually pursue, because with Rahu's presence in 5th house and now with Jupiter in the 9th house, probably if you are running through right Dasha Antardasha and if you have a promise of having education from a far away, from a very reputed firm, then now that promise may get fructified for Libra side. From education perspective, this is a wonderful transit for Tula Rashi natives, especially for Swati Nakshatra of Tula Rashi. This is the transit you were waiting for. For Chitra Nakshatra, this is not a good transit because Jupiter is in Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is a Vipattara. So you might have to wait till next year June for Jupiter to transit out of Punarvasu and go to Pushya Nakshatra, which will be in Karkatak Rashi. Until then, there won't be that peace in your life. So for Chitra Nakshatra, Tula Rashi, this is not a good transit of Jupiter, but for Swati Nakshatra of Tula Rashi, this is really a good transit. And for Vishaka Nakshatra, it will give mixed results because it's a Janmatara only. So yeah, it will become Trijanmatara. So that was for the Jupiter, Saturn and Rahu transit for all the 3 nakshatras of Tula Rashi actually. So the action point is what I say is balance your creative risk with practical wisdom. So your artistic or any kind of leisure pursuits need grounding in reality. So in the areas where you are able to excel, please do that during this time, because even for Tula Rashi natives, if you want to start your career as a trader or as an investor, this is a really right time, because Rahu in 5th house gives you that energy to speculate the markets, to make good gains even at the not so good condition of the market. And Rahu, until the time he is in Shatabisha Nakshatra, will favor Chitra Nakshatra of Tula Rashi invariably. So that's why we can see for all the Rashis, either Rahu's transit is favorable or Shani Guru's transit is favorable in the next 3-4 months. And that's why I would suggest even Tula Rashi as well as anyone, the transit of Rahu, when it is good, focus on making money and also to increase your savings, increase your investments, and also bringing financial stability in your life, because the amount of money Rahu can give, no other planet can give. But stability is the main question of Rahu, and that's why there you have to put your efforts. And that's why Libra sign has to pray to Bhagwan Shiv and also to Ganesha. Ganesha is the first prime deity you have to worship, because Ketu is in the 11th house. So for any kind of wish fulfillment, you have to please Ganesha. So praying to Ganesha, especially on Fridays, is the most suited. And I would suggest you to enter into any new ventures, first praying to Ganesha, and then, especially when all the planets will be in Dhanu Rashi or in Makar Rashi from 16th of December till February 16th, these 2 months when there will be major planetary transits in these 2 houses. Libra sign individuals who are into business partnerships or who are planning to do something artistically or innovatively, they have to first pray to Ganesha and then go ahead. Then only they will be able to get good success, or else Rahu in 5th house can put you into illusion, will show you everything that you can get this but won't give you. Because Amrit was consumed by Svarbhanu, so it passed through the head and it stayed in the body. So Rahu is that head. It will show you the face, show you the picture, but can't give you the result. But Ketu will actually make sure that you get the result and it will stay with you for a long time. So that's why for Libra sign, this is the best remedy. Next, let's go to Vrishchik Rashi. For Vrishchik Rashi natives, Rahu will be transiting in your 4th house, and this may bring unconventional living situations or technological upgrades at home. And your mother's health also needs attention. So once Rahu enters Shatabisha Nakshatra, the growing concern of mother's health will become even more. And especially for people who are born in Anuradha Nakshatra and also to Jeshta Nakshatra, they will be even more considered, because these 2 fall in the Sarpadreshkona also, and hence you have to be more vigilant than the Vishaka Nakshatra individual. So Vishaka Nakshatra will generally have good results of it, but mainly Anuradha and more importantly Jeshta Nakshatra of Vrishchik Rashi, they have to be concerned about your mother's health, and that will be the prime importance of this time period until mid of Jan, because a lot things will change after mid of Jan. Next, coming to Jupiter's transit, which is happening in your 8th house. So he is the 2nd and 5th lord in the 8th house. So majority of the times you will spend money for some unnecessary stuffs, or to manage your family or even your spouse family, or for your spouse needs and in everything. So this will somewhere detain or will drain your finances. But this will also deepen your occult abilities if you are into astrological profession, because Vrishchik Rashi people are blessed with that intuitive insights, and if they are into astrological field or any occult field, then it can deepen your research capabilities in these areas, because Vrishchik Rashi is that natural sign of research, 8th house in the Kalpurush Kundli, and you are uncovering secrets and hidden truths also. You'll be able to do that during this time. Especially people who are in this one, Anuradha Nakshatra as well as Jeshta Nakshatra, they will have a wonderful time period. So both Shani and Guru's transit will turn out to be really well for you, but for Vishakha Nakshatra, this would be a mixed result. So many of the things may not go well, and there will be a lot of expenditure also. So you might have to control your expenditure, and if anyone is expecting any kind of family issues getting resolved, or any legal or property related matters related to your ancestral property, then this is the time period you can expect resolution in it. Or if the matters were still on non-verbal communication or in just talks outside, now it may get into the court also. So any of these matters may take place for Vrishchik Rashi natives. So Saturn's transit in 5th house will stabilize writing projects, and also to implement your ideas, and also to bring your perception, bring your creativity into paper, so into action. So this will be the time period you will try to put everything in action and to make the things right, but you need to have patience, and that will be the biggest challenge. For Jeshta and Anuradha Nakshatra of Vrishchik Rashi, this will be the time period when Saturn and Guru both will give the good results. But for Vishakha Nakshatra, you might have to wait till mid of Jan for your interest, for your ventures to be successful. And people of Vrishchik Rashi who are into love matters or into any secret relations, you have to be very careful. You will go through some rough patch for the next few months. Once Shani Dev goes out of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, that's when you will have little bit of relief. Until then, it will be difficult for you to manage certain affairs actually. So the action point or the remedy for Vrishchik Rashi is that real estate decisions, if you have taken any property related matters, you have to gauge it 1000% through a proper investigation, and don't rush into property related matters without complete due diligence, because at times ancestral property matters, if you want to take it to a legal route, then you need to have proper documents, proper equipments and everything, and then only have to go. So proper planning and strategy is highly essential. So you have so many planets also now sitting in your Rashi, so Mangal will make you to do that, because your Rashi Lord is Mangal, but you have Venus also there, Surya is also there, and Mercury also will be coming this Saturday. So you have to use all those energies and then go ahead. So this was for the Vrishchik Rashi. So best advice I would give is to worship Hanuman, because the Shani and Guru's transit is really good, but Rahu's transit somewhere is not putting you in good shoes. But Mangal needs more power, your Rashi Lord. So that's why I am suggesting you to worship Hanuman on all Tuesdays. And if you can visit on Tuesdays and Hanuman ko laddu chadana ya meetha pan chadana. So there are many other remedies which depending upon the temple. So if you can do that, then it will be the best remedy. And chanting Hanuman Chalisa is also considered one of them. It's a primary one for anyone for that matter. Next, let's go to Makar Rashi. So for Capricorn or Makar Rashi, oh sorry, I missed it. It's a Sagittarius or Dhanu Rashi. For Sagittarius or Dhanu Rashi, Rahu is transiting in your 3rd house, and this amplifies your voice through digital media, technology, networking, and your message will reach wider network, wider audience. So you have to be in a very good, you will be in a very energetic way. So from the month of 16th of December till mid of Jan. So the Dhanur Masa, what we call it is, or when Surya and all other planets are in Dhanu Rashi, this 1 month you have to make use of your complete time to improve your network, to build your network, and also to make your voice reach the masses in digital media, especially in social media. So you will be getting wonderful amount of results because of Jupiter's presence in your 7th house and also Rahu's presence in 3rd house. He will be helping you to get that. Especially people who are born in Mula Nakshatra and also Uttarashada 1st Pada, they will gain the best out of Rahu's transit. Purvashada, they will have to little bit struggle, but somehow till mid of Jan or till mid of Feb, they will be able to manage. After that, they will also get going well because Saturn and Jupiter will become even more powerful. But Saturn's transit in 4th house will actually give some kind of property related matter issues. So if any kind of domestic issues which were already prevailing or any property related matters which were already prevailing, they will get resolution. But if there were nothing and you were anticipating some problem to occur in these areas, then this might be the time you might have to see all those. But once Saturn has turned direct, he will have to resolve the issue. So in 2-3 months, it will be an headache for 2-3 months. After that, it will get into resolution mode. So for Mula Nakshatra, it won't be a good transit. Uttarashada Nakshatra 1st Pada, this won't be a good transit. But for Purvashada natives, this would be a wonderful transit. Next, coming to Jupiter's Jupiter retrogression in 7th house. So this will ask you to reassess marriage or business relationships, and also your career will take a new shape. So you might look for a job change, or you might make one, or you might get into a very good role, or you might even get a promotion or a good growth in career, and this will actually I can say this will reshape your career, and from now onward there will be ascendment in your career. That is, you will keep growing well in your career. So the next 3-4 years will definitely be good for you, but this next 2 months will be that is until March. Jupiter's retrogression in Mithun Rashi will actually pave the path for it. So once March 11th Jupiter turns direct, after that you will see a lot of progress in your career and you will do really well in your career. So that's from the Jupiter's transit perspective. So for Mula Nakshatra, this is not a good transit, but for Purvashada Nakshatra, career wise, this is a wonderful transit. I think this is happening in your Sadak Tara. So Purvashada Nakshatra of Dhanur Rashi, you will benefit the most out of Jupiter's transit as well as Saturn's transit, because both of them are aspecting your 10th house. So definitely expect a good career change, job change, as well as a growth in career also until June 2026. So March to June will be the golden time period for you, is what I can say. But for Uttarashada Nakshatra 1st Pada, there will be some challenges, some opposition. But after March, you also would be able to get a very good amount of results. So that was for the Dhanur Rashi natives. I would suggest you to leverage social media and content creation if you are into that field, and also to improve your communication skills, because this is the biggest asset for you during this time period, and showcase your aura, because Sagittarius or Dhanur Rashi has that aura because they are belong to Guru's Rashi and the Mool Trikona of Guru. No planet gets debilitated there, and any planets which comes to Dhanur Rashi gains the strength. Even the Raja Surya also will feel more energetic after coming to Dhanur Rashi, because he would have passed through Tula Rashi where he is debilitated. Even in Vrishchik Rashi he wouldn't be in that good condition, but only after coming to Dhanur Rashi he will gain energy, and also he will be able to get to a good strength. So Dhanur Rashi natives has to live up to that expectations. Next, let's go to Makar Rashi or Capricorn sign. So for Capricorn sign, Dhanur Rashi, I don't have any remedies to say or anything, because they will really do well in all the aspects. This is the wonder of all three transits seems to be very good for Dhanur Rashi. So for Capricorn or for Makar Rashi, Rahu's transit in your 2nd house brings some unusual income sources. Your speech challenges conventions, use this power wisely. And Rahu's presence in second house can actually give you wonderful results in terms of your profession, if it is related to media, journalism, or even if it is related to any kind of spiritual advancements. But you have to be a bit careful when you are handling mass level of individuals, a group of individuals or more amount of people, because not everyone would have the same kind of mindset and not everyone would be able to follow your words and instructions. So the better your communication is, the good this transit would be. For Uttarashada Nakshatra, this transit is favorable. For Shravana Nakshatra, not so good transit, but still manageable. For Dhanishta Nakshatra, this is extremely favorable transit. Coming next to Jupiter's transit in your 6th house in retrogression Vakri mode, this will help you to resolve any pending health issues, legal issues, or any service related matters through review and reflection. So if you have any kind of health issues and if you had undergone any surgery or anything because of Ketu's presence in 8th house, now this is the time period you will be able to recover well. A speedy recovery is something you can expect. And also for Uttarashada Nakshatra, this will be not so good transit. So there will be some inflammation of skin related issues or any digestive system issues or intestine related. So in these parts of the body, there will be some health issues which will actually relapse again if it was there before, and that you might have to resolve during this time. But for Shravana Nakshatra, this will be wonderful transit. And even in terms of career, Jupiter's transit in 6th house in Vakri motion will actually boost your income and finances as well. And for Dhanishta Nakshatra, this is medium transit is what I would say. Next, let's go to Saturn's transit. So Saturn's transit in 3rd house stabilizes short travels, any kind of sibling relationships through discipline. So Saturn in 3rd house can actually detach you from your siblings or can reshape your relation with the siblings in a proper way. So if there were any kind of misunderstandings or any strained relations in past, now is the time to fix it, or it will get fixed slowly, is what I can say. So people born in Dhanishta Nakshatra and Uttarashada Nakshatra, they will have to make their attempt to bring that good aspect from siblings in sibling relations. And for people born in Shravana Nakshatra, this will be a wonderful transit. But in terms of starting any new venture or any new business, Saturn's presence in 3rd house is really favorable for all the 3 nakshatras, and you might see good success also in that. So this was for the Makar Rashi or Capricorn sign. So action point is your values are transforming. So you have to embrace new income streams but maintain your ethical foundation, and also follow the dharmic path as always. Next, I don't have much remedies to say for Capricorn sign, but again having patience and also worshipping Ma Durga is the best transit or the best remedy is what I can say. Because of Rahu's presence in 2nd house, sudden income or sudden loss, all this roller coaster ride is what you will go through for the next 6-7 months. So that's why I would suggest this. Especially Dhanishta Nakshatra of Makar Rashi will have a wonderful time in terms of finances. Shravana Nakshatra is medium, but Uttarashada also will gain a good amount of income during this time. Next, let's go to Kumbha Rashi or Aquarius sign. So Rahu is present in your own sign and he will be in Shatabisha Nakshatra. This will make you magnetic and transformative, and your personality will be evolving dramatically. So people born in Dhanishta Nakshatra and as well as Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra of Kumbha Rashi, you will gain the most of it. You will be popular, you will be loved by everyone around your circle. But for Shatabisha Nakshatra individuals, this transit will put you somewhere in illusion and you will not be able to make any kind of decision. So you will not have the clarity of it, and you will always be hunting for things, or you will be a kind of wanderer. So that's why you need to worship Ma Durga during this time, which I'll tell you. But just to tell from the prediction perspective, this is a wonderful transit for Dhanishta and Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra of Kumbha Rashi. For Saturn's transit, from the Saturn's transit which is happening in the second house, so this will actually stabilize your income through conservative approaches, and savings will start growing steadily now. So for Shatabhisha Nakshatra, this is a wonderful transit. For Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, this is not a good transit, but for Dhanishta Nakshatra, this is a medium level of transit. Next, so you might have to be very stringent in your expenditure, and also you have to focus more on saving money. So this is the advice for the Dhanishta Nakshatra of Kumbha Rashi natives. Next, Jupiter's retrogression in your 5th house. This will ask you to reconsider creative projects and any kind of speculative investments, but you will gain good amount of money from mid of December to mid of Jan, when most of the planets would be in your 11th house. So this is the time period you will receive good rewards, recognition in your career, and also you will grow well in your career also. So whatever you had struggled before, it will pay you now, and your patience also will give you good results. So Saturn's last part of Sade Sati this is, so he will start giving you the results of it. So both Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu's transits seems to be good, as well as it has some life lessons which you will have to learn. So for Kumbha Rashi natives, to say in a nutshell, you are becoming the most innovative version of yourself. So don't dim your light to fit others' expectations. So be you, follow your path, but in a moral and ethical way is what I would like to say. So for Kumbha Rashi natives, the best remedy is to worship Hanuman and also to worship Dakshinamurti, the form of Shiva. Because of Jupiter's presence in 5th house, this can give wonderful results in terms of education, in terms of creative pursuits, in terms of career, in everything. If you want to change job also, this is the transit will be really good for you. So that was for Kumbha Rashi natives. Next, let's go to Meena Rashi. So for Meena Rashi natives, Rahu's transit in your 12th house will favor foreign settlement, spiritual pursuit, research, work that happens away from the spotlight. But for people who are born in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, this will be a good transit, and even for the Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. But for Revati Nakshatra of Meena Rashi, this is a bit tough transit, so you might have to wait till next year, April or May, for all the things to settle. But I see after mid of Jan, you will see most of the things happening for you. Next, coming to Jupiter's transit. Jupiter's transit in the 4th house will bring family issues to the surface for solution. Past domestic concerns and attention, everything would be addressed. People born in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, they will receive mixed results. Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra will receive wonderful, and also Revati. So for Uttara Bhadra and Revati, whatever matters which were stuck, it will start going ahead for you and will give you good results. And Saturn's turning direct in your own Rashi will materialize long awaited gains, and also long term plans also will be in action mode, and this will bring a lot of clarity for you, and your patience is finally being rewarded with tangible results. So people born in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra and Revati Nakshatra of Meena Rashi, you will get the results for your long awaited time, and for your wishes and for your desires also. So this is a right time and a good time for you is what I would say. Even Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra natives also, after mid of Jan, you can see good results. So this was the transit results for Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn for Meena Rashi. So embrace solitude and meditation. Your spiritual growth directly impacts your material success. So I would say for Meena Rashi natives, your marital issues or your career related issues, everything will now start getting into resolution mode. So have little bit more patience. Things will settle really well than to your expectations down the lane in 6 to 7 months. So that was for the all the Rashis, and for any kind of consultations, you can come to me. You can approach to me through my email ID, which is in my bio, or you can even refer to the Calendly link in the description. And that's it. So wishing you all the best, and hope all the three big planets, Guru, Shani and the shadow planet Rahu, give you the most blessed and also abundant amount of results. So thank you and have a good day.